Welcome again to this wonderful Vital Education, the Digital Meditation Summit, emphasizing the importance of the plant-based diet. So now we have Master Ravi Kiran from UK. So welcome, Master Ravi Kiran. So let me introduce Master Ravi Kiran. So Ravi Kiran is residing in UK for the past 13 years. He's a truth seeker and practitioner of meditation. Currently employed as a business analyst in an IT company. Ravi's journey has been transformed by the practice of meditation. He discovered that meditation holds the key to personal, professional, financial, and spiritual success. Ravi embarked on his meditation journey in September 2007 when he was in the depths of depression. Guided by his friend, now his wife, Pranahita, he learned Anapanasati meditation over the phone. Remarkably, within just 40 days of starting the practice, Ravi experienced a profound transformation in his life. Now, Ravi is passionate about sharing the benefits of meditation with others. He actively organizes meditation classes and workshops across various locations in the UK through the Pyramid Meditation Foundation UK alongside other pyramid masters. So thanks a lot, Ravi Kiran, for being here. Friends, we will listen from Master Ravi Kiran about rethinking food choices. Over to you, Ravi Kiran.
Thank you, Ramesh. It's always a wonderful, so delighted to connected with the like-minded people and, always be in the presence of our group members. It definitely gives a different energy to be here in this platform now. Thank you for this opportunity. Satyaji, Sudhakarji, and Saradaji, everybody, thank you. Okay, let me quickly share in the interest of time. So let me share a very brief, about the, plant-based diet that I am following last 13 years as a strict vegan, and before that I was a vegetarian, and even before that I was a non-vegetarian. So I would share a quick let me know when you can see my presentation. Can you see?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I think I need to share like this. Something is happening. So I'll share like this. Yeah. So I'll just give a brief overview of what is plant-based diet and how I became a vegan after I coming to meditation. So please note whatever I mention here is not really a medical advice or whatever it is. Over the period of last 13 years, I have been a vegan purely through my experience, through my plant-based diet journey. Some of the information I gathered and some of the things I've noticed, I'm just sharing here, right? So what is the importance of diet in our health and in terms of environment, and also how it impacts our emotions. So this I'm going to share now. So, right. So coming back to the benefits, I'll start with the physical health benefits because everybody really looking for the good health. And even when I came into meditation, as Rameshji mentioned that I was going through a deep depression phase and having a lot of health issues, so that drove me towards the meditation. So some of the physical health benefits of plant-based diet is maybe some other masters friends must have shared. What it reduces the risk of heart disease and hypertension and any other chronic illnesses like diabetes. And there are a lot of studies have been published, and you can go and you can check If you go into the Google and you see some of the studies that were done on the plant-based diet and how it can help in terms of good health, is a lot of artifacts are there on the internet, and it's scientific based. And this plant-based diet can reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases by major percentages. And if you have read any news long back, one of the US president, Bill Clinton, I guess, so he was having some chronic illness, maybe cancer, I don't remember exactly, and he reversed by following the plant-based diet. And I am in a group called vegan group here in the UK. There's so many here, the people here in the UK, they are turning from non-vegetarian to vegetarian, non-plant-based to the plant-based diet. They directly go into, there's no vegetarian in between, they directly go to plant-based. And there, one of the person, he shared his experience. He was in an advanced level of cancer, and he instead of taking the other, the chemotherapy and all those things, he changed his diet to plant-based diet, very fresh vegetables, and everything is fresh, not processed anything. So he reversed his cancer, and he shared his true journey on that group. And I was so awestruck reading that information on that group. So this is the benefit, health benefit in terms of the chronic illness also can be reversed. And when you are eating non-plant-based, non-vegetarian food, they like high intake of saturated fats from this meat food. It leads to the cholesterol buildup and increases the heart diseases. And it's a known fact, and everybody knows that there is one of the famous very popular chef. So he was kind of, I'm kind of mocking the vegetarians, and he says like, no, zero, I'm a 0% vegetarian. But then, before he realized the importance of plant-based, he passed away at the age of 44 because of this heart diseases, right? So that's what it is happening throughout the world. And wherever you see many celebrities, they are moving from non-vegetarian to plant-based diet. And also there's a lot of research, there were like researches done on the twins. So doing a research on a twins is definitely very easy to compare, right? So they're like 4 to 8 weeks of research they do. And the person who is eating the plant-based diet, after 4 or 8 weeks of this research, there is a lower LDLC cholesterol, which we call it as a bad cholesterol, right? So in the person who is following the plant-based, and the person who is following the meat, he is having the high amount of bad cholesterol. It's not high, but compared to high, right? So compared to the plant-based person. So, and also it can also help in weight management, the plant-based diet. It could be because of the lower calories, when you are eating the vegetables, so definitely they are lower calories, and compared to the meat, and it's highly processed. And when you are in terms of cooking and everything, it adds up a lot of calories to that, right? So it could be because of the lower calories in vegetarian, but that's what they have observed. And there is a significant improvements in overall metabolic age. And I want to share my personal experience back in 2015 when I was working in one investment firm. Um, so I was 33 then in 2015. Uh, I already started following the vegan diet. It's been like uh, 3 years then. In 2015, I started my plant-based diet in 2012. And before that, I was a vegetarian from 2008 to 2012. And before that, I was a non-vegetarian. During that time, someone, they came, some team from some clinic or from health company, they came and they conducted a thorough assessment on my everybody's employees health. And then they determined, and they came up with this metabolic age, it was 22 for me. So I'm not really trying to boast or glorifying this achievement, but I'm certain that if the same test had been done just few years earlier, like maybe 3 4 years earlier before I turned vegan, my metabolic age would have been, I think, over 40, because back then I was very chubby and having the double chin. So it's because I used to eat a lot of cheese and a lot of other non-plant-based food. And so, as I said, it helps in weight management, and also it is very rich in the plant-based diet is very rich in essential vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. So the fiber, it's only in plant-based. So you cannot find fiber in meat-based food, right? So this is the physical, very brief physical health benefits. And if you look at the cholesterol in plant-based diet, 0%, 0% cholesterol. So only in meat you will have the cholesterol, but in plant-based it's 0%. Okay, so I just wanted to share in terms of the scientific and little bit, not into the details, because I'm not a scientist, I'm not a researcher, but whatever I came across through my journey, so I just wanted to share that. And also, let's talk about the some of the mental and emotional benefits of following the plant-based. So the following the plant-based, in it enhances the cognitive functions, and will have memory, and a rich plant-based diet, it is associated with improved cognitive function, and a lower risk of dementia. So which is very common these days. A lot of people are going through this dementia and all other health issues after they cross a certain age. But when you are following this vegan or plant-based or vegetarian diet on a long term, you will have the benefits. So don't think that at the moment I'm good following the certain diets, but it can have the consequences in the future over the long run. So everything, whatever you know, in terms of the vitamins, minerals, and everything, you can find everything in vegetarian food, and omega-3 fatty acids. They people think that the omega-3 is not available, but seeds like flax seeds and walnuts, they also kind of support the brain health. So, and also it reduces the risk of depression and anxiety. So I'm not saying that it's depression and anxiety is only for non-vegans. Vegans could definitely, they can also go through the anxiety, but it's just that if you are not really having plant-based diet, and you are heavily towards the meat-based, then you are actually opening the possibilities of having this depression and anxiety. So I remember an instant back in India when I was riding a two-wheeler. Uh, for a moment, when I was riding, so my attention, it drifted away from the road, and I was looking at the shop. And in front of me, there was another two-wheeler with two people on it. Uh, and the person sitting on the back, he is carrying a metal pipe or rod kind of thing. So just as I kind of uh, brought my attention back to the road, I just missed that being hit by that rod. So it was like few seconds. In that moment, there was a wave of intense fear in my body. I could feel my body was like completely shaken and trembling. I felt like a kind of, a surge of fear hormones had been kind of released throughout my body, spreading throughout my, it's like flowing from top to bottom. So this made me think that, the fear and suffering of animals go through, that when they are killed, right? The this intense emotional uh, uh, fear or distress, or whatever you call it as, like, it will spread through the body, and we consuming that meat could naturally contribute to increase in fear and anxiety, right? So it is something, the what do you call action and reaction. So if you give fears and you get the fears, and if you give anxiety to others and you get the anxiety. So this is like very for me, I feel like this is something straightforward, right? So uh, when there is a fear and all your organs and the each and every cell of your body is filled with fear, and it will be there in your that bio memory, and even that in that flesh when somebody is eating. So that memory of fear and anxiety and everything will be there, and some people they realize that, oh, what is happening to me, I'm everything is good, but all of suddenly I feel anxiety and I feel that there is some fear. So these kind of things are because of this there is a there could be this reason. And when you are following this plant-based diet, so the serotonin levels will be high, and they improve your mood, and there's like kind of well-being. So this is one of the mental and emotional benefits. Okay, so let's go into the environmental impact of eating a non-vegetarian food. So there is a high greenhouse gas emission from this meat production. So the amount of water is used to raise this livestock industry is massive, and a lot of methane emission from this growing these animals, it's 25 times more than this the heat also, the carbon dioxide, all those things are kind of released into the environment. That's how it is impacting, right? And deforestation is one of the major issue with non-vegetarian diet, and 80% of Amazon deforestation is linked to non-vegetarian diet. And it's a very scientific and it's an open truth, everybody knows. But it's just that just because of our taste and taste buds, to satisfy our taste buds, we are like kind of many people are opting for non-vegetarian food. But we should think about our, not just about us but also about our future generation, right? And because of this excessive water consumption in this animal farming, for meat production. And there is some, if you go on Google and then you see some comparison that 1 kg of meat, how many thousands of liters of water it is required to produce just 1 kg of meat. And a lot of water scarcity is because of this animal farming. And not just this animal but also if you see some countries, they where they are hunting whales, and also in some countries they eat lobsters and crabs. Marine ecosystem is completely spoiled. The amount of work that whales they do is they play a very crucial role in storing the CO2 in their bodies. And when they die, what they do is they their bodies, they sink to the ocean bottom, and trapping the carbon for centuries. But when somebody is hunting whales and killing them, and it is kind of this CO2 is released into the environment, and it's tons of CO2. It's not just very, the amount of absorption they do is massive. See, every animal in this on this planet Earth, every animal is playing their role. Just human beings, kind of exploiting every other thing. And even lobsters, they kind of maintain the balance of this marine food chain system. So they kind of consume the whatever the decomposed matter in the in this water in the sea, regulating the other, the what you call small fish and other population. So they do a lot of work. So eating non-vegetarian, the amount of uh, impact it has on environment is huge, my dear friends. So I know, I think it's, is it okay? I think I'm supposed to share till 5:45. So let me just conclude. So as I said, like, a lot of fiber in plant-based diet, it is very much required for our gut health. And you won't find this in meat, so, and because of the meat consumption, it's linked to the inflammation, and all the issues are related to inflammation these days, and it is also impacting the stress levels. So the processed meat uh, is so much in the market now, which are linked to the anxiety and stress these days. And I would say not just processed meat, but also processed plant-based food. So try to eat the more fresh food, natural food. Don't eat any processed food, whether it is both. I'm saying in terms of both plant-based and non-plant-based. So try to minimize the processed food, and a lot of health issues are because of the plant-based food, the processed food. uh, so this gut health I spoke about. Yeah, so let's conclude. So adopting a plant-based diet, as I said, like, it's good for our health, for environment, and also for our mental well-being and emotional well-being. And we should kind of reduce this consumption of highly processed plant-based food, and also uh, meat. At any cost, you have to better avoid it. And the small changes in our diet can have a significant impact on our personal well-being and also on the planet. So let us try whatever we could, and let us support the sustainable farming, the ethical food choices, and for a to ensure a healthier future in terms of the individual, and also for the entire world, entire planet. So this is quick sharing for me. If anybody has anything, please let me know.
Thanks a lot, Ravi. That was a wonderful message on why we have to rethink on the food choices. Very well explained on the benefits of not just health, as well how much it impacts the environment. So, friends, pass on this message that we as a humanity need to rethink the food choices, that we have to embrace the plant-based diet. Good for us, good for everyone around, good for Mother Earth and the environment. Thanks a lot, Ravi.